Um, Two, the script was great and funny and dark. Um, and then it's Bob Zemeckis, whom I can now call Bob. And then of course Annie, because I love her and she's great and we had worked together obviously. And it was also about, a half-hour drive from my house in London, so that helped too. It was super fun, but working with him, it was really funny because I had this image that Bob Zemeckis was like 90 years old. I don't know why. Like I just felt like he'd been making movies but he was so young when he started making movies that he's just amazing. Amazing. It was a great learning experience for me as a director, and a joy as an actor.
I love that. That's good to hear. So moving on, can you tell us a little bit more about your character, Mr. Stringer, and what he's like in the film?
Yes, I play Mr. Stringer, who comes from sort of like an old Southern gentleman, and is very sort of proper, and does his best to try to keep things in order during what, as it turns out, becomes an incredibly hectic and bizarre, frightening time in his hotel.
Definitely, for sure. Especially, when Anne's character comes into play. So moving on, can you talk about what it was like reuniting with Anne for this film?
It was great. It was so much fun. I mean, I love her. She's a nice person. She's, a great actress. And it was just fun. When you make a movie, it's like every time it's always like the first day of school, when you start a new movie. And no matter how many movies you've made, you're always a little nervous, to walk on set and meet new people. But to know that you have somebody there who you have a history with, whom you trust, and the same with the costume designer, Joanna Johnston, and Peter King, hair and makeup, to know that you have these people that you really trust and love, that makes a big difference.
Yeah. So when you were working on this film, the filmmakers shot a lot of this on practical sets. What was it like to work in the elaborate environments that they created for this movie?
I love that. I loved it. It's very exciting to walk onto a set, like a real Hollywood-ish set, even though you're shooting in, England. Although England is becoming the new Hollywood in a way. It's so exciting. It's exciting, and I'm fascinated by the artistry of it, the craft of it. It's something that I'm very excited about when I direct. I'm very particular about what the set is like, the palette of the set, the palette of the costumes, the palette of the film as a whole, and to see this kind of artistry that these guys, it's just very exciting. It's like when I did the Beauty and the Beast and walked onto that set for the first time. I felt like I was about 12 years old, and I had, you're seeing a movie.
Yeah, no, definitely, for sure. I mean, just watching it, you could tell like how like grand it was just to see it.
Staggering.
Yeah, no, definitely, for sure. So why do you think this story is so timeless and appeals to both kids and their parents, or perhaps their grandparents as well?
Roald Dahl is timeless. He's timeless because there's the real humanity there, there's real darkness there, and there's real humor there. And they don't get old. They can be reinvented over and over again, and 1,000 times, and reconceived but at the heart of them is this absolutely brilliant, bizarre take on humanity.
Yeah, no, definitely, for sure. I mean, I could watch all different types of his works and on anything, movies.
And those, and his short stories too, the short stories he wrote for adults are just brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an amazing mind. I wish I had one, but that's all I have today for you. Who knows, maybe I'll pop up on another random
You might. I don't know. You don't seem to go away. I don't know.
I mean, they just throw me in, and wherever I need to go, that's what I do. So, but thank you so much for your time today, Stanley, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Okay.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Ciao. Ciao. Ciao.